Good Tuesday afternoon to meteorologist Melissa Noor with the 11 Alive Storm Trackers. Busy travel week, and we have had a lot of rain so far today and gearing up for not just the chance of rain this afternoon, but also some thunderstorms that may develop ahead of a cold front. So today may very well end up being Atlanta's wettest day in more than 3 months, but also tracking our chance of some stronger thunderstorms later on today. Here's the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center showing you across the metro area level 1 threat of severe weather. That threat level gets higher towards Columbus and points in southwestern Georgia where there's a level 2 out of 5 threat of severe weather. And I'll say that level 1 threat is over much of North Georgia, but we really feel like the bigger threats this afternoon may stay closer to that I-20 corridor and point south. The reason why is there's a warm front that is in the process of lifting north through our area. And on the other side of that warm front, up in northeast Georgia, there's been a wedge of cooler, more stable air, which helps to kind of limit how thunderstorms can develop. But where we are on the western side of that warm front, where it's already pushed through, the air is more warm, it is more unstable, and that's where we think we could see a couple of thunderstorms developing over the course of your Tuesday, all ahead of this cold front. So right now, again, this is a live kind of what's happening on radar now, and then we're going to look ahead at the rest of the afternoon. But this is what's happening as of 2 o'clock on radar. You notice here how we have lighter showers over Atlanta, but starting to see some better defined yellow areas on the map. Those are kind of gustier showers that are starting to develop in our western suburbs. So we'll kind of zoom in on the line, work our way down it. First starting off in Bartow County, right over Cartersville and Adairsville. We've got some locally heavy rain there, and that is about to cross into Paulding County. So it's over Yorkville right now and will eventually be moving in towards Dallas, Georgia, right over Bremen as well. And then south of I-20 in central Carroll County, moving into Douglas County, some moderate rain there. And then even heavier rain on the very southern fringes of that line. So that's now pushing through central Heard County as we zoom in a little bit closer. Some heavy rain over central Hatchie, but I've got lightning data turned on my radar right now. We're not seeing lightning as of this point, but you notice how east of this, closer to I-85, we don't have any rain falling at the moment. And with that push of warmer air, more unstable air, we do think that these, what are now just heavier rain showers, might have the opportunity to develop a little bit more into thunderstorms and even maybe an isolated stronger storm over the course of the afternoon. So some heavy rain over Heard County right now. And also we have Cleburne and Randolph counties, which are in our viewing area in Alabama. And we're starting to see some of that heavy rain moving into Randolph County and then to the south. Eventually that's going to move in towards Troup County and the LaGrange area. In closer to the Atlanta area, we have some lighter showers that are falling at the moment in Atlanta, but no lightning, no thunder, and also no heavy rainfall even. As we travel south of Atlanta into some of our counties, Rockdale and Newton counties, some heavy light rain moving in right now. Little pocket right there in southeastern DeKalb County where it's a little bit more moderate. That's going to be moving over the Lithia Springs area, and that is all moving towards the east. So storm threats today. This is not a widespread, really significant severe weather day for us, but we're getting into our fall severe weather season. We have a severe weather season in the spring, another severe weather season that happens in the fall. So as we get these cold fronts coming in the fall, they're set up where we call them low cape, high shear. What that means is there's not a lot of lift from how warm and unstable the atmosphere is, but there's a whole lot of wind energy. So what that does is it gives us a few gusty thunderstorms. We do think that there's a low chance of some damaging winds, and with all that wind energy in the atmosphere happening, sometimes these storms can rotate. So very low but not zero chance of a tornado over the course of the day today, but I think that chance is going to be more significant over southwestern Georgia than anything in our area. There's also a moderate risk that we'll see heavy rain, and that's falling over the course of the whole day today. We've seen some rain this morning, we have more rain this afternoon, so we don't really feel like this is a setup where we're going to see a whole lot of flooding. But if it does briefly rain heavy at your house, maybe on your commute, that could lead to ponding, standing water on the roadways, especially in areas where there has been a lot of leaves falling and not much in the way of those storm drains getting cleared out. So rainfall totals. We have already seen some rainfall totals, couple of tenths of an inch, some places approaching half an inch. We could see with everything from this morning plus everything yet to come, a total of about 1 inch to 2 inches total of rainfall. So some of us out in eastern Georgia will pick up a lot more than where we have so far. And then places in northwest Georgia, you are winding down the additional rainfall accumulation here shortly as we see that front inching into the state. So here's the big picture forecast track hour by hour. And right now I'm joined by Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb walking in as he's also glancing at the radar that's happening right now. Chris, we are live on Twitter and Facebook and the 11 Alive app as well, and on YouTube. So we've got right here, as we push towards the middle of the afternoon, almost more like a line of some of that heavier rainfall and embedded thunderstorm. And again, as I was mentioning earlier, where we do have less rain happening right now, closer to and south of I-20, that's where we feel like the better chance of maybe an isolated storm that could turn strong would end up happening. So if you're up in northeast Georgia, it's probably just rain for you at this point, but we might be able to tap into a little bit more energy in the atmosphere south of I-20. So that heavy rainfall threat, few embedded thunderstorms possible over the Atlanta area by 3:30, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Then as we get closer to that 5 o'clock rush, these are likely moving just east of Atlanta, passing through Athens, Covington, and eventually out towards Eatonton and Thomaston, and then exiting our area altogether as we look at the overnight. So again, this is not a high-end threat. Not everybody is going to see severe storms. There's been that, I mentioned at the beginning, that a wedge of cooler, more stable air in northeast Georgia, which has taken a long time to get out of here. So for that reason, if we see that holding on for a little bit longer, that helps to limit thunderstorms from forming and help thunderstorms from turning intense. So outside right now, we're looking at the King and Queen building up the top side of Georgia 400. Another picture, we got that rain moving into DeKalb County. This is a live look from our camera in Decatur. And you see there in downtown Decatur, it is raining. We got the overcast skies. Good day to stay inside. Start baking all of those sides, all the fixings, all the desserts happening for Thanksgiving Day in a couple days, right? Also, live look at the airport. We've actually seen this camera shaking a bit over the course of the morning because of those gusty winds. But as of right now, no significant numbers of flight delays at the airport. We have seen some weather-related delays over the course of the morning. Peak wind gust in Atlanta has been 35 miles per hour so far. Blairsville, Dalton, 35, 37 miles per hour gust. But the wind advisory now canceled that was in effect in northwest Georgia. And over the rest of the afternoon, after that cold front passes through, the wind should start to subside some. So still some wind gusts the next few hours that could be 25 to 30 miles per hour. You see they're turning lighter early tonight, but then tomorrow afternoon, once the sun comes up, gusty winds will move back in again as some cooler, drier air tries to filter in right ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. So we've got our line of rain, few embedded thunderstorms this afternoon. Again, tracking that potential that we could see an isolated strong or severe storm as we go through the rest of the day today. That cold front passes through. Meanwhile, this system moving up to the mid-Atlantic and northeast. A lot of rain heading up the I-95 corridor tonight and into Wednesday morning. And in interior New England, that will end up transitioning over into some snow. In addition to that, we're also seeing a little bit of icing there in some of those higher elevations up through the Blue Ridge. So you notice there, as we get towards tomorrow morning, the rain exiting Washington, New York, and Boston, and then by tomorrow afternoon into Thanksgiving Day, it'll be breezy, but at least it should be drier outside for the Thanksgiving Day parade. That's going to be right here on 11 Alive as we look at Thursday morning. All right, travel delays. Yes, there is the possibility today, this afternoon, if you have a flight in or out of Atlanta, of some weather-related delays. That also goes for Raleigh, Washington, D.C., New York as well. And as we push that travel delay forecast out into tonight and Wednesday morning, we see that our airplane here in Atlanta, the weather-related forecast for travel delays, that turns much better for us, but then it heads up with some minor delays possible there up in the Northeast, Philly, New York, Boston as well. By Wednesday evening, those travel delays should start to get better. And then for Thanksgiving Day, it looks better altogether. So in advance of these storms today, we might top out mid-60s. Then it turns colder Wednesday and into Thanksgiving Day. I want to show you the day planner for tomorrow. If you're going to be maybe putting out some early holiday decorations in advance of Thanksgiving Day, maybe you're pushing already your holiday decorations out towards Christmas and Hanukkah season. We're going to have temperatures in the morning chilly and staying chilly, breezy with a mostly cloudy sky for the day tomorrow. Then for Thanksgiving Day itself, It's even colder to start in the morning. We're going to start off in the 40s, the low 40s and 30s in those outlying suburbs. We do think there's a fair amount of sunshine, maybe Thanksgiving morning, but more clouds building in later on in the day. So again, recapping our forecast, let me show you what we have out there right now and just recap what we're expecting for the afternoon. We do have a level 1 threat of severe weather for the Atlanta metro area, and that goes up to a level 2 threat in far southwestern Georgia. We don't think that there's going to be widespread severe weather, but certainly as we get into the mid-afternoon, that early evening commute, you see how there's almost this little line of gusty showers that's developing. This line of gusty showers could become thunderstorms, and a couple of those storms could turn strong. So right now we have light rain moving into Atlanta. That rain picks up a little bit in intensity through Cartersville, moving into Paulding County, Carrollton area as well, some moderate rain. And then to the south, this is where we think that they may be able to tap into a little bit more energy and become thunderstorms sooner. So that's moving through Heard County right now, but no lightning as of where we see it at the moment. But that could change between now and the end of the afternoon. So again, we have a cold front that's passing through, level 1 threat of severe weather here across the metro. Forecast track as we get out into 3:30, 4 o'clock, those storms are pushing into Atlanta. Then as we get into the 5 o'clock hour, Gainesville, Duluth, and out towards Covington, you are seeing that line of rain and a few embedded thunderstorms. Again, I think that the greatest, stronger storm threat would be near and south of I-20, just based on how long those temperatures are staying up in the 60s and where the dew points, the measure of the moisture, is a little bit higher. By 8 o'clock tonight, the last of these are clearing out of here, and then as we look at the overnight, we'll see all this clearing out, and for tomorrow, dry weather will be moving back in. So again, we're tracking that potential for a few stronger storms over the course of the day today. Thankfully, we had a wedge of cool air this morning, so that's going to help to limit how many of these storms can turn strong. 67 the high today, rain, thunderstorm action clearing out tonight. Breezy and cooler tomorrow with a mostly cloudy sky. Thanksgiving Day itself, cold start in the morning, low of 41, high of 58. 59 on Friday afternoon. Slight chance there might be a shower or two out there for your Black Friday shopping. And then for small business Saturday, a high of 60 with a partly cloudy sky. More rain showers possible past this weekend into early next week for Cyber Monday, high of 58 with a 30% chance of some rain. All right, we are tracking these showers and storms as they develop this afternoon. We'll be live on 11 Alive starting at 4 and any earlier if we need to break in for severe weather.